How are we doing, guys? My name's Alex. I'm the owner of Elite Competitions, founded it a couple of years ago, and basically just run the general management and ownership of the business. The idea of Elite Competitions, kind of going further back than the idea was, I'm the kind of guy to not be too happy with a normal 9-to-5 job. Found my mind racing at nights. I wasn't happy just getting up in the morning. So I found myself always thinking about new ideas. I had a few business ideas before we started Elite Competitions. Was converting vans into camper vans. So I had another one where I was basically buying a few cars and selling them on the side. I was trying to make a bit of a career out of that, but again, it was just really hard to start up with no money, no funding. And then we actually started, this is quite interesting, I designed a few watches. I found a manufacturer in China, put a design together, and we designed some watches. Now, I had a few prototype watches done, but the watches were a carbon copy of APs. We took the design off an AP and thought, they're really cool, let's make some of those. And we got a cease and desist letter from AP themselves, so we had to not continue with that venture. So before 2016, there wasn't actually any competition companies, as far as I'm aware, worldwide, not just in the UK, worldwide. This wasn't an industry. The only competitions that existed were a skill-based competition like BOTB, Best of the Best, where the idea kind of came from, and other ways of playing competitions like ITV, where you just ring in. So it was that kind of idea that I thought, you know what, why don't normal people just want to win kind of, I'm sat next to a Lamborghini, but how about normal prizes, you know, a few £1,000. It started with motocross bikes because I was into motocross racing. And why can't we just sell enough tickets like a raffle to pay for the product and make a little bit of profit on top? So it basically started like that, and that's where the idea came from and snowballed from then. That was about 6 years ago. Leading up to it, kind of thought, what can we do? You know, just sat there, we were doing well at the time, you know, selling some competitions out. It was all about how do I think out of the box to try and get some advertisement without having to spend any money. You know, I started the business with literally a 30 grand loan. So leading up to Dragon's Den, I just thought, how can we get a little bit of, one, trust factor, two, get our name out there to the masses, and three, potentially actually take the Dragons up on some investment. We, like I say, appeared on Dragon's Den. It was super nerve-wracking. We went on there, we pitched well, and we secured three offers, and we took 2 Dragons up on the offers. However, what you don't see after Dragon's Den or watching it, the 75% of the deals on Dragon's Den, the TV programme, don't tend to come to fruition, so they didn't pursue it any further anyway. So in hindsight, it was quite a good, because of how well we've grown, it was quite a good decision in the end to not give away 25% of the business for 50 grand. Yeah, 6 years of Elite Competition is amazing. I think we've been training a little bit longer than 6 years actually, kind of going back to the old days, and to see where we've come, and I'm super proud of my team. I mean, we bought the office and showroom space that you can see back in, I think it was 2020. We're built now to a team of, I think, 11 in the UK and 6 developers abroad, so 17. Hopefully, I'd like to think that we're making a lot of happy winners, and we're doing some really good things. But yeah, super proud that me and the team have got this far. Key moments, I think, about 2 years in, we were doing okay, not got loads of disposable income, but I bought myself and the other director 2 cars. They were both on finance, we didn't buy them outright. Mine was a 16 plate Range Rover Sport, just a diesel, 3 litre diesel, nice car. It was a dynamic HSE, it was a proper spec, it was a nice car. And I bought James a Porsche Panamera. That was the first treat. That was the first treat of kind of 2 years hard work, which was nice. So I'll say that was one moment. 3 years in, and about 3 years ago, we actually swapped our model from just numbers in our ticket selection. If you do know the website, it's now letters and numbers. So it gave us a lot more freedom to do more tickets at cheaper prices. Now that propelled the business, I think at the time, around 80% up on revenue from then on. And we had our first £1 million turnover month. So, a massive goal for me was £1 million turnover in 1 month. So we hit that a couple of years ago, and that was absolutely amazing. I can't remember if it was payment provider and payment gateway, but basically we decided, because it was getting in the way of my work, I was a project engineer before this, we decided to quit our job, and it was Christmas, so we didn't go back after Christmas. So it was like 1st of Jan, right, me and James, who is now not part of the business anymore, but it was me and James at the start, just us two. We have to take a wage out of this, so we have to see some money, see return. I remember a week into running the business, 1 week, the payment gateway just shut us down. You're not having an account anymore. I think we were 3 months, no income. We're like, no, but I mean, we just carried on prepping the competitions for when we were going to launch. We painted one of James's spare bedrooms to do the live draws. Anyway, we found a different payment provider, launched again 3 months later, and started continuing the business there. But that was a big one. Another big one was a regulation change that we initially started the business up with, a skill-based game. We had a game called Smack the Rat. It sounds very dodgy now, and I don't know at the time why version 1 of the website had a game called Smack the Rat on, but basically you would enter, you would go through to checkout, and after you checked out, you'd play a game, and you'd have to smack the rat before you got to the drain pipe. If you didn't smack the rat before you got to the drain pipe, you failed the game, you're not in the competition. It was deemed too easy, so we couldn't do that. So then we're trying to, I'm trying to find another way, because I'm like, no, this business is one fair, fair gaming. It's not a casino. It's not sports betting where the odds are just stacked against you. This is fair. You can see what the odds are, see what the prize is. It's fair. We found another route, obviously free entry, which is free draws. That then gave us the legality to continue trading. Genuinely, without sounding arrogant or trying not to, we did invent the competition industry in the UK, this way of doing competitions. Even if you spoke to a few of our competitors, I've got massive respect for our competitors. I speak to a lot of the owners, and I would like to think they would agree that, yeah, we saw Alex and Elite and took that idea and kind of evolved it from there themselves. Second one, Dragon's Den just shows our trust, which is a massive thing in this business. You've got to trust the company that you're playing with. If you don't have any trust for the company, or you do feel like something's a little bit off, then you shouldn't play with them. I would tell anyone that as well. Yeah, I think looking to the future, it's quite easy for someone like me who struggles to delegate. So I struggle to delegate, didn't go on a holiday for 5 years. So looking to the future, personally for me, I would like to take a little bit more time off, but I want to make sure that my first and foremost thought is with the business, and make sure everything continues to run as it is. We want to make sure the customers are happy. We want to make sure everyone's not spending too much money, playing safely. We also want to excel the business, so we're getting more winners, nicer cars, want to do some abroad villas, some really cool stuff. I think again in the short term we want to do a £1 million draw, so a £1 million draw, I've been saying for years that we will do one. I'd like to do a little bit more for charity. I've always said I personally would like to try and get abroad and do a little bit out there to the less wealthier countries. And again, with the company, we are building in the background to launch either a sister company within charity or within elite competitions as a group, that we somehow incorporate to the wins for the customers a charity donation. I don't just want to do a plain donation charity, because there's no fun in that. No one obviously you get money out of it, which is essentially the main thing, but let's make it more fun. Let's make it fun for the charity. Let's go and see them. So we're trying to build like a nice platform there where we can do a little bit more for charity as well. Yeah, I think you've just got to have an idea, run with the idea, and then if you hit some stumbling blocks, like I said before, which are big stumbling blocks, you've just got to try and get over them and think outside the box. Like I said, going back to Dragon's Den, it's a little bit of an outside the box idea. And I mean, obviously the number one thing is just you have to be motivated by what you're doing. You have to love it. And I love nothing more than giving stuff away. We had a house win at Kerry a couple of weeks ago, and she's crying. You know, it's going to change your life. £200,000. We've had £500,000 winning. It's just amazing. Just carry on. Like, that's all I could say is just have the idea and go, it's not going away, and carry on. And sometimes they are shit and it's not going to work. And sometimes you go, there's a bit of a spark there and you've got to go for it. So guys, that's me, Alex Beckett from Elite Competitions, owner and founder, and I hope you all have a great day. Like I said, contact us if you want anything else or you need to know anything else, and have a great day. See you later.